LANDAU efirdədir.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of Lions Talk. I'm Nurlan.
And I'm Jahan, and today we've got a really interesting episode.
And today our guest is Ms. Dilarə Cəfərli from NEQSOL Holding. She is head of NEQSOL Academy. She works in supporting career growth and leadership development. Hello Ms. Dilarə. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to have you here.
We're glad to have you here. We're glad you could make it. And Lion Talk starts now.
I'm also very excited. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy about the future of our country because I see such a beautiful, brilliant minds today. Thank you for inviting.
So you're a part of NEQSOL Academy, which is pretty big and well-known organization. What is it actually like working there day by day?
Currently, I'm doing the job that I was always dreaming. I think that I'm bringing something new to people's life. I'm in charge of learning and development. This is very sounding with my own, let's say, ambitions. I think it's something like you are bringing positive change to people's life.
So we would like to proceed with the second question. And what's the most unexpected lesson you learned from a failure, and how did it change your perspective to success?
Thank you. Very interesting question. Not everything in life is always smooth and successful. So there were failure moments in my life also. And what I learned from my failures that don't need to give up and stay on the rock that you don't deserve. So go on and just consider that that's not for permanent. That's not for eternal. This is for the moment, and you can change if you want. So for me, failure is something that you are learning, not just for stepping back and thinking of something differently.
That was brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, very good mindset. Thank you. And what do you think? Can hard work alone still guarantee success today?
And nowadays, success is not only depending on hard work, because hard work cannot guarantee success. You need luck, because some people are simply lucky. The second, I think that you need to be more clear about your future, about your desire. So not only hard work, but clarity. That do you think that this is something good for you? So if you have clarity on your mind, I think that it's a part of success. Not this is the beginning of your success. Having clear mind, clarity on your mind, this is the base of creating success for yourself. Working hard really matters, but we need also consistency, we need discipline, we need belief, always believe in yourself, and the passion that leads to our future.
Thank you. I think this is well answered.
I hope I'm answering your questions.
Yeah, you are.
Yes. And what about perseverance? How would you define it, and do you think it matters?
For sure, persistence always matters. But nowadays, we need to be more aware of the dynamic change, because currently the world is more volatile than it was ever. And we are living in VUCA world. So you see that everything is constantly changing. So the persistence is important, but you need to be more adaptable. Nowadays, we are talking about contextual intelligence. What does it mean? So it means that you need to adapt to the context. You need to consider while making decisions, important decisions, you need to take into account not only the current conditions, but see the context, see the big picture, not only just this frame or this direction.
Yeah, you mentioned contextual intelligence, and what about emotional intelligence? Does it matter as well?
For sure. Emotional intelligence that's for yourself, that you understand yourself and treat the others properly. This is also the part of your success, and this is very crucial skill for future career development. Emotional intelligence is important, but now because the world is so dynamic, so changing that you need to adapt to this world so quickly. And here comes contextual intelligence.
And as you said, the world is dynamic and it changes quickly. What do you think about AI? Can it replace humans in 10 years maybe?
So very tricky question, because currently all people are talking about AI. So I think that's currently hype around this topic. So we are also as companies trying to, we predicted that there will be this type of change globally, and we were trying to build these skills beforehand, to build this capability. However, it's changing all the time, and nobody can predict now. But I think that AI will not totally change humans, but I am a strong believer of co-intelligence. Currently, workplaces don't consider just the workforce as humans. So human plus agents, this is the co-intelligence and how we need to treat the organization structures now. We need to cooperate with AI. We need to understand AI. We need to optimize our work, our flows with the help of AI, automate many things that will bring more time for wellness, life, for your, let's say, own time.
If you had to start from scratch today, what would you do first?
What I'll do if I go back to my school years, I will go to study abroad, definitely. Because I think that this is something that's changing your mind, changing your perspective. The second that I would do is being more emotionally intelligent, as you said. During the early stage of my career, I was too much focused on my ambitions, my career, and I was looking to everything like task. All for even for the emotional things that I was thinking about, that's another task, which somehow on my certain period of time, it created burnout. So being emotionally intelligent really matters, as you said previously.
I understand because, new country, new people, new experience, and I think everyone nowadays would choose the same and study abroad because it can gain many experiences. Yes?
Yes, first of all, it gives you new perspectives. Second, new connections. So meaningful connections, meaningful network really matters in your career. Thirdly, it's a unique experience that you are among the international community. You can learn from other people. Diversity really matters. Diversity will give you other perspectives that you can just challenge. Also, it's somehow contributing to your future growth. Not like just something that's formulating you. It shapes your future. It has huge impact on your outlook to the world. Unfortunately, in countries like that experienced many, let's say, sad days, the outlook of people are generally negative. But in Europe, in USA, the outlook of the people are more positive. So studying abroad gives you positive mindset.
Yeah, it switches your mindset. Yes.
And what about languages? What languages would you learn nowadays?
English, German, because the number of, let's say, English-speaking countries and German-speaking countries, and Spanish.
And what is one uncomfortable truth about self-development?
There are plenty of uncomfortable truths about the learning and development. First is that it really requires discipline. You need to be on your, let's say, own pace. The second is it's never too late and it's never too early. Just start when you feel that you are ready. So your readiness level is also important. The third that's uncomfortable is self-awareness. You need to be self-aware. Where are your weaknesses? Where are your strengths? So many parents nowadays, I see that they are focusing on focusing on let's say weak sides, development areas only. But I think that we need to focus on more strengths, to nurture, to polish the strong sides of ourselves as well as our kids.
And you said that you need to be self-aware. How do you mix your ambition and the self-care?
So I'm not so strong believer of work-life balance. It's something that you are asking is related to work-life balance. For me, the life is in the flow, constant flow. So I think that you need to be ambitious about everything, but you need to consider the current context as well. Think of flames. I always look like to the, let's say, to all stage of my life like this. Yeah. First, you have your own health. This is one side. Second is your friends, family, and then career. You cannot switch all these flames together. So if you are lucky enough, you can handle mostly 3 of them together. Because if you are paying much attention to your health, only health, then you will be definitely back in your career or in your or spend less time with your friends. If you are spending all your time with friends, then your family struggles. If you spend more time with for your career, then your health is struggling. So you need to understand when and what. So jungle always between these 4 and understand on which stage of your life this is important. In the early start of the career is very important. So you are focusing on self-development, proving yourself, and growing your career. But on the certain period of life, you need to focus on yourself, on your health, understand your body, paying attention to your health, and don't miss the life itself.
Yeah,
this life is very funny and entertaining. Spend time with your family, with your friends. So you need to mix all of them, but all 4 will not be with the same flame at the same time. So you need to switch between them and make decisions.
Thank you so much. And how do you try to balance? Do you have any tips on how to at least try to balance all 4?
I'm trying to prioritize. For example, when my daughters were going to school, starting their school, I was focusing more on them because I thought that they need me more than ever. In the very crucial periods of my life, I was in my career. I was focusing on career, focusing on my job, what I'm doing, and in certain periods, I have parents. I'm focusing on them as well. They need me as well. Yeah. So each time, this prioritization is somehow helping, because life is constantly demanding and you need to adapt yourself to all these responsibilities. When you are just a kid, what's expected from you? Just to learn your lessons and be nice with your parents and with your, let's say, surrounding. But when you are growing up, you have more responsibilities, and I'm trying to keep, let's say, to prioritize, not just balance, because I don't believe balance. Is my family important for me? For sure, but I cannot say that I am all-time balancing and spending exact amount of time and allocating my time and my energy same for all. No, When my mom needs me more, I'm spending time with her. I see that my kids need me, so I'm spending time with them. I see that this is a very important period of my life in terms of career. I'm totally focusing on my career. So I'm trying to understand the context and adapt myself.
I totally agree with you. Prioritization is a key for success.
And
Definitely.
as I understand, each aspect has its own time and you should prioritize. Yes?
Yes, definitely. So you need to catch the opportunities. Don't let your life to go on its own pace. You have to take control in several times, in several, let's say, stages of your life. You need to take control, be owner of your life. Because if you don't care, if you don't take ownership of your life, then others will be, and maybe it will not be something that you are expecting.
And what do you think about packed schedules? Do you think it's bad or do you think it's good?
Packed schedules, it depends on the stage. Everything depends on the stage of your life. Currently, yes, I think that your schedules, school children schedules are truly packed, because I have this similar age daughter. I see that she struggles currently. She has long hour lessons, etc. But this is not for permanent. This is temporary.
Definitely, everything has its own time.
Yeah, this is something very, let's say, specific for this step, for this, let's say, pace of your life.
True.
Yeah.
And you should work now, so which will be helpful in the future.
Definitely. Now you are working for yourself, not for others. You are building your own career, for your own future. I see that nowadays young people are very open-minded about the future. They want feedback. When I was younger, for example, I didn't have so much people around me that were consulting, that were guiding me. But now we see that a lot of resources are available just to guide you, to let you know which direction is better for you. So now you are trying alternatives and working hard for your future.
Yes, which will benefit us in the future.
Definitely.
Yes.
100%.
And also, what is something you believed about success in your early years that now you see differently?
In my early years, I was thinking of success like a special milestone. So if I'll do this, I'll be successful. But now I see success as a constant evolving, growing. So it's not something that's related to specific milestone. It's all time. And it's also related for me like hedonic adaptation, that even after all great success, you are returning to the starting point.
Of course.
In order to make this success working for you, I think being grateful is helpful. So when you see your success, you need first of all understand, is this success what you were dreaming of? And keep this success, as the joy of this success, as long as possible. Also, it will be better if we will be supporters of common success, not only your individual success, but success of the team, success of the country. So if you think that you are contributing to the team success, then I think this is much better feeling.
Thank you so much. And what about grades? Do you think grades define who you are?
I don't think that grades define what you are. I'm a believer of not your credits, but for the potential. If you see your potential, if you believe in your potential, this really matters more than your grades.
I would really want to know, what are the biggest myths about following your passion and what do you think people should know instead?
Following your passion and dream is part of your future success. But the only thing that I would advise is to understand when you need to switch and when you need to adapt. Sometimes we start with something big, and in the pace of time, it changes its real essence, and you need to understand whether you need to change your direction or not. So early detection of your passion is very important. The other thing that I advise that passion is something that gives you fundamentals, and there are moments also that skills come first, then passion. When you see that this is something very, this is your strong side, you can do it. This is something that you are doing it very, let's say, professionally. Then it creates passion towards this word. And when you believe to this specific, let's say, goal, then it becomes your passion as well.
Thank you so much. And do you have a favorite author or writer who shaped you as an individual?
There are different authors that shaped my outlook. One of the important books that I read is Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow. This book is really mind-changing, and it's very useful, by the way, for the young people that are at the early stage of their career.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'll
And-
definitely read it.
Same. And is it about business?
It's about the way how people think, and it's very useful for making important decisions.
Yes. Have you ever taken a risk that didn't pay off, and what did it teach you?
I'm naturally risk-averse person,
Mhm.
and I don't take too much risks. I am always for counting before, and I'm for the calculated risks. There were several times. One was recently. I invested to some business, and I took, let's say, risk, and it resulted in failure. But I think that I had learning from there, that it started from failure in the planning. So if you have proper planning, then everything may be more smoother than it's expected.
But you gained experience.
Yeah, that's experience, but it was also calculated risk.
Yeah.
It's the life itself, and the only thing that we need to do, don't to be stick on these failures and
Yeah.
setbacks.
Our head should be always up, and we should always look forward
Looking forward, moving forward,
for
and
new opportunities. And
always chasing the opportunities.
yes.
I remember there was an experience in my life that I had financial struggles, and there were major change in the government's monetary policy, and something like collapse in our business. We experienced this, and I was in very desperate condition. I was thinking that, okay, this is the end of my life. Then I went to my manager to consult what to do. I remember his words all the time. It was something that changed my mind, changed my outlook towards the life. He said that, Dilara, why are you in such a situation? Just think about that. Money is everywhere. It's under your feet. I'm looking to the floor and nothing. He said that you need to see it. You need to catch the opportunities.
Yes.
In all times, in all bad situations, there are good sides. There are positive sides. So look from different angle. You'll find more opportunities than you are thinking of.
You should be optimistic.
Yeah, changing the perspective, changing your mind opens more doors. So always try to alternate your options. Don't accept something that's not valuable for you, that's not resonating with your desire. try to open another door. I believe that there are always a window for the hope and for the opportunity.
Yes.
I totally agree. The perspective you look from, it matters a lot. And what about the subject? What subject do you think students should focus most on, and which subject is the most important in your point of view for your future?
I think all subjects are important, but math is always taking the first, let's say, first line, because it is the fundamentals of everything. Now the education system is a bit different than we were used to. We were paying attention all the studies. I was going to the third group, let's say, but I was very good at mathematics, very good at biology, physics, and chemistry. However, I see that now students, they are focusing on more the important exam subjects.
Yes, but that's mesmerizing the way you used to handle every subject, because it's hard.
It's hard, but I think all subjects are important. For example, biology, okay, you are studying law, for example, you'll be a future lawyer, but biology is also important. You need to understand what you are eating, what's your surrounding. You need to understand, you need to know geography in order to understand the world, in order to understand the economics of the countries, etc. So each subject is important. I am more for raising humans through people, through personas, rather than only professionals.
Definitely.
And how do you develop leadership skills within your organization?
We are offering a wide range of leadership development programs to our young leaders as well as executives. We call these programs as leadership journey program because we see it as a constant journey, constant way of evolving and growing. And it depends on each level that we need to organize the programs that's very relevant to their current leadership status. Also, I want to say that leadership is something that we need to start at our early stage of life. In school life, let's say. So for me, it starts with curiosity and with courage. The students who are curious about learning, and they open for the feedback, they are more keen to be better leaders. Also, courage is important because if you are courageous enough to take ownership and staying all time honest and true to yourself, it's also one of the fundamentals of the leadership.
Do you think being a leader at everything you do and managing is very important?
For me, yes, because you are expected to lead, to start with yourself, to lead yourself, to lead your own life. The second, to lead others, to lead teams, to lead people. And third, to lead the organizations. So in all three layers of leadership, special sets of skills is expected from you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I totally agree. Thank you so much. And our last question is, if you were asked, what would you do? What would you strive for?
Very interesting and tricky question. I think that if I'd go back to my 15 years old, I would stop bullying others, allowing the others also to speak up. Even now I understand that the worst ideas that you think may be the smartest ideas. So you need to allow others to speak up. Second, don't compete with the others. Compete with yourself. How to become better yourself day by day. Not competing others and thinking of proving yourself to others. Compete with yourself and be in peace with yourself.
Thank you so much. This is a really valuable advice. We're definitely sticking up to it.
Yes, because many people our age, compare themselves to others, which is very bad, and I think
Yeah, comparison somehow is the killer of happiness.
yes,
Eh, it's obvious that you will not be the owner of everything, and there will be some moments that the other people will be on high race and you will be on back. But never think of that you are in the back or you are in the front. So each person has its own pace of life and circle. So for you today, maybe this is very early, and for other, it's just time. So I'm returning to my previous answer that it's never too late, it's never too early.
Thank you so much for coming. We're really glad to have you here today, and thank you for all the advices that you gave us.
thank you so much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to see you again.
Thank you for inviting. It was a pleasure for me. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for your advice.
See you guys.
See you.
See you. And if you stayed till here, thank you so much for your attention, and thank you so much for watching.
And don't forget to follow our YouTube channel and stay tuned.